Hi, this is Yared. Last time I told you about how to take video and audio, quality video and audio for STEMpower TV and videos and YouTube posts. Today I would like to tell you about some of the expectations or guidelines that you need to consider when taking photos. As you know, our photos will be important for Facebook posts and for our different printing outcomes, so they need to be quality photos. There are many things to consider. Photography is a big topic. You can take many courses to grow in photography, but for now let me give you some of the points that you need to consider. As I told you last time, light is very important in videography and photography. Light is crucial in both these two big fields. There are some common things that you consider when taking video and audio, but there are also special differences. So let me tell you some of the things that you need to consider when taking photos for STEMpower posts and various printing outcomes. First, consider the light. Have a good light on a subject. If one light is not sufficient, use more than one light to, for example, to diffuse the shadow. For example, I am using two light here because using one light may bring a shadow in my background, so I am diffusing the shadow using another light. So use one or more than one light when necessary. But if it is outside a room, no need of using light. But we need to control the natural light as well. Sometimes when it is a very sunny time, we need to decrease the aperture of our camera because more light may bring overexposure on a subject. So we need to control the light outdoor. We don't use artificial light, but using the natural light, we need to adjust the light not to get overexposed image. Most of our photos, as I saw them in our discussions and in our posts, is overexposure. There are many lights, and when people are dressing white, the subject will be overexposed, and sometimes we don't see the face of a subject properly because the face of the subject is overexposed. So controlling the light is a very important thing in photography and taking photo. So we need to get good composition. Good composition is an outcome of good light management, and we need to manage the setting. When I say, we should not take the background things accidentally. When we are taking a picture, we need to consider what is behind the subject that we are taking a photo of. Sometimes contradictory things from the story that we want to tell could be at the background. So we need to see the background, what is in the background of the subject we are talking. We need to manage that. If the place we are taking a photo is not suitable, we have to change. Either we have to change the subject's location, or we have to change the background. So doing that, we can manage the setting. And we have to be very friendly with the different parts of the camera. There are different parts of a camera like shutter, aperture, lens. All these things, we need to be friendly with them because all they have impacts on our photo quality. So we need to know, doing something on the aperture, what will bring fixing an aperture, what will bring what impact can we bring by not touching the focus or defocusing. So we need to touch and be friendly with the camera parts to get a good and quality picture. And the other is, we need to select a subject that we are taking. It could be one subject, it could be more than one subject, it could be one person that we are taking, it could be a group photo, but we need to select what we are taking. It should not be accidental, and we need to know why we are taking that picture. Unless we know the purpose of taking that picture, the picture will not have an impact. we should not take photos accidentally, like many people, many amateur and unprofessional cameramen do take pictures without knowing why they are taking that picture. But we need to know for what purpose we are taking that picture. If we know the purpose, one, we will communicate a story. A photo tells a story, by the way. A photo communicates an emotion. For example, if we want to show a person who is sad, we need to come closer to the person and show his or her face, and then we show an emotion. So a photo tells a story, a photo communicates an emotion. So we need to know the purpose that we are taking a photo. And we need to include background or the environment if it is meaningful and necessary. Otherwise, it's not important. Mostly, we see photos that are contradictory to the story that we want to tell. When we are taking a subject, if we don't consider the background, we may confuse the audience. Why we want to tell the story behind the subject could be confusing for the audience. So we need to manage the background setting. The other is we need to take pictures from closer to show emotions and realities. Taking pictures from very far is mostly not pleasant, because we don't see clearly the emotion, the story in that picture from very far. So as I told you, we need to consider the light, we need to consider contrast, which is an outcome of light, and we need to know about depth of field, and we need to focus about camera angle. By the way, camera angle is very important. There are normal angles. For example, my camera is now on a normal angle, but we can take pictures from different angles, from left, from right, from up, from bottom, for a purpose. For example, if we want to show the bigness or the hugeness of something, we need to take pictures from the bottom to show that something is at a higher status. And when we want to show the smallness of something, we need to take pictures from up. For example, to make a person very short, we need to take a picture from up. So camera angle is a very important thing. Taking pictures only from a normal angle may not be a creative way. We need to take pictures from different angles to get creative pictures. So the other is we need to put subjects not on the center. Putting subjects when we are taking a photo, putting subjects on a center is not pleasant. Putting them on one third of the screen is very creative. Either to the left or to the right. When we put the subject one third to the left or to the right of the center, we will get a better picture. And the other is we need to take pictures from closer, not from very far. When we are taking pictures from very far, it's not a professional way. Mostly it's not a creative and beautiful way of taking picture. The other is we'll need to learn from the photos we take. Unless we take and preview our photos and learn from them, we will not grow in photography, in the area of photography. So taking pictures, previewing them, deleting what is not needed, and selecting the best ones will make us a good photographers, and will be a good photographer for STEMpower. The other is, as I told you in our previous video, we need to enjoy photography. Unless we enjoy the photos we take, nobody in the world will enjoy our photos. So let us take the photo, look at it and enjoy what we are doing, show it to a friend, and if it is a nice photo, you can share it to STEMpower for posts and for printing purposes. Thank you for watching, and when we have different difficulty, when we need an explanation on specific topics, I will come up with that specific topic in the future. But for now, consider these things for video and for photo taking, and then in the future we can study on each and every topic of videography and photography. If you have challenges in an area, I can prepare myself and then share you what we can learn from each other. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time.